Today we'll teach you how to do a 7-strand braid with ribbon. Start out by brushing the hair carefully so you don't have any tangles at all. First, grab the top part of your hair. In this hairstyle we are going to use ribbon later on, so we are going to secure it to the head right beneath this section. I like to secure it out of the way with a crocodile clip. You'll need 2 ribbons about this size. There are lots of ways you can attach the ribbon to the hair. I like to take a little piece of hair and then tie a knot around the hair with the ribbon. If the ribbon begins to slide down the hair, just make another knot to make sure that it stays in place. Then I'm attaching my second ribbon about 2 inches away from the first. Then release the hair from the top and divide it into 2 sections. Then divide that section into 2. Then cross the outer strand under the one next to it and over the ribbon. Then take a piece of hair from the top and cross it over the section you just crossed under and over. When you've done that, cross the ribbon over the section you just took from the hair on the top. Divide the remaining hair from the top into 2 sections and cross the rightmost strand under the one next to it and over the ribbon, like you did on the other side. Then cross it under the strand closest to it from the left. Finally, cross the ribbon over the section from the left. Then you've completed 1 full stitch. This braid is really hard and intricate, so I'll just show you once again. Pick up a piece of hair and add it to the outer section. Then cross it under the one next to it. Then cross it over the ribbon. And finally under the one closest to it from the right. Do the same on the other side, where you pick up a piece of hair from the head and add it to the outer section. Then cross the outer section under the one next to it and over the ribbon. Then cross the section under the one closest to it from the left, so they switch places. Once again, pick up a piece of hair and add it to the outer section. But before you cross it under the section next to it, you need to cross the ribbon over first. Then cross the strand under the one next to it and then over the ribbon like we did before. At last, cross it under the one closest to it from the right. Then do the same thing on the other side, just in reverse. Then I'm just braiding all the way down to the nape of the neck. If you didn't quite catch the technique, don't worry, I'll show you once again. Pick up a piece of hair and add it to the outer section and then cross it under the one next to it. Then cross it over the ribbon. And then cross it under the one closest to it from the left. Now it's time to cross the outer section under the one next to it. But before you do that, you need to cross the ribbon over first. You want to make sure that the ribbon is placed as the 3rd strand from the left. I've just crossed the section under and over the ribbon, so now I'm just crossing it under again. Then I'm crossing the ribbon over, then crossing the outer strand under the one next to it, over the ribbon, and then under again. For the last time, I'm crossing the ribbon over, then crossing the outer section under the one next to it, then over the ribbon, and finally under the one closest to the right. Continue braiding until you reach the end and secure with an elastic. When you've done that, I like to tug on the edges of the braid to make it appear bigger. As you can tell, this makes a huge difference, and it also gives the braid a different look that we just love. Finally, I like to fix any mistakes with bobby pins. You can also use bobby pins to just fix any loose hair. And here's the final style.